Welcome to IC Tarot. This is a July reading for Aquarius. Please bear in mind that it's general, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. The first three cards on top represent the energies you are coming into July with, and we have the Queen of Coins reversed, we have the Ten of Cups, and we have the Hierophant. So those energies indicate that you have been expecting to either receive something. Well, you were expecting a certain result or results in the past that would give you the ultimate happiness. Maybe that was promised to you as well, but that was basically the Ten of Cups represent the how you visualize the end of a particular story, or the end of maybe not the end. Basically, those are where the results you were expecting to get. However, that was stopped by either some rules, because we have the Hierophant here, or by a person who's got a strong Taurus in their chart. So basically, because we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed, this shows that you didn't get what you wanted to get, and these are the energies you bring into July with you. So this is how you enter July, probably with a little bit of disappointment, probably with a little bit of you're not really upset, you're just maybe giving up a little bit. But don't worry about anything, because looking at the energies in July and further into the future, it seems like you will be able to turn things around. And now the three cards in the middle indicate the energies, the main energies for you for July. And we have the Moon card, we have the Four of Coins reversed, and we have the Four of Wands. So these cards show that you are not really fully aware of the circumstances of what is going on in the background, and this is what's going to be happening in July. So basically, it looks like you are not able to get all the information you need to make any sort of decision of whether you should be going with that or not, whether you should continuing with that project or not. And the thing is, you become aware of things that you don't know. What I mean is that you don't you don't realize what those things are. You are just aware that there are things that you don't know, and you've got no way of finding out what those things are. And this is going to change your perspective. You are going to change your perspective on those circumstances. And instead of being upset about it, instead of being disappointed, you manage to turn the tables in some way. It's almost as if you decided, okay, I've been straining myself for long enough, and now I'm going to let it go, like mentally or emotionally, because obviously you've got no way of finding out what's going on in the background. So you kind of take a break, you take a breather, and this is going to shift your emotions. So even though the outside circumstances are not changing at all, you change your perspective, and this is helping you raise your vibrations. And now from the oracle cards for July for you, we have the Stretch card, and I'm not sure if you can see on this card, this lady is pregnant. So this pregnancy would indicate the burden you've been carrying around with you, or something that you have been growing, probably related to that pentacle this queen is holding in her hands. So this is something you're not letting go of. That you know you have to carry that, because this is your precious, this is something you've been working on, and you want to keep developing that. But because this is a Stretch card, it looks like in July is the time for you to set it aside for a while, to take a breath, to give yourself some time and prepare yourself to continue that marathon. So because you've been really straining yourself to continue with that project, you see that there is the time for you to give it a break for a little bit, for now, for July, to maybe do something else, to take your mind off that for a little bit. But you still stick to that idea, you still have it, you're still keeping it. It's just for the time being, you leave it aside, you set it aside, and you just focus on something else. And this is also kind of showing in those cards, because if the four of Pentacles were upright, this would show that you are still sticking to that and you're not letting go. You are letting it go, but not fully, which is why we have the Four of Wands in here as well, because you give yourself some time for relief, maybe to celebrate something else, like basically not related to the situation that maybe has caused some kind of disappointment here before July. And now from the deck called The Answer is Simple, the card for July for you is called Let Go and Flow. So again, this is just the confirmation of these two cards, well, three cards, because you cannot find out what's happening in the background. The only reasonable way for you to go now is to let it go, and to just to kind of, you jump into the river and you just see where it's going to take you. So you're not wasting your energy, you're not wasting your time on worrying about the whole situation. You're just kind of sitting there and then just seeing how things are developing, because you cannot force whatever is hidden here in that moon card. You cannot force that to come to the daylight to see what it is, and you know that very well. So you're just letting it go for now, and you know that at one point you will find out what that is, but for now you're not even worrying about not knowing what that is. And then the last three cards show the energies that may follow after July, how the whole situation is going to develop. And this is where the things get really interesting. And this only shows, probably the people who are watching me are either psychics or very intuitive. Basically, you're very powerful as far as the mind is concerned. Well, obviously you're an Aquarius, so you are very you rule in the you rule in the area of mind. Oh yeah, that's it, that's what I wanted to say. We have the Tower reversed here, we've got the Two of Swords reversed, and we've got the Magician. And this is very interesting because I see you as this magician. Whatever the circumstances have been here so far, you are able to take advantage of that, because you couldn't move forward in that project, so you kind of stop, and you holding that wand in your hand, it looks like you are going to create the Tower moment. You know this is going to happen, but you have the full control of when this is going to happen. And the interesting thing about that is that other people are not aware of that. So when you look at this magician, he's kind of holding his hand on the lid, and there's something brewing in that pot. And what's brewing inside is that Tower moment. So it is the magician who decides when he's going to lift that lid for everyone to see, for that Tower moment to happen. So in fact, by letting go in July, you give yourself the power of deciding when everything's going to blow up. And this is going to, well, this is really in your favor, because other people have no clue what's happening. So there are certain things hidden from you, but also it seems like you are hiding things from other people. So it's very the situation is very balanced. Yeah, so even though you're not aware of what's happening there, you also have your own strength. It's almost like an ace in your sleeve. It's something that people don't know about, but in fact you are in full control now. So it looks like you are going to give up that situation, whatever you didn't manage to gain in here. You are going to blow it up eventually, but it's going to be up to you when this is going to happen. So you are going to try and take the most of your current situation, and once you can see that you cannot squeeze anything more from that, this is when you basically blow up everything. And this is going to be your power. Nobody else can do that, only you can do it, because this is your situation, and it looks like nobody else can influence you. This is only you, and it's happening within you, and you're not letting anyone in, and you're not letting anyone know that you hold that power. Okay, this would be it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this reading resonated with at least some of you. Have a great month, and I hope to see you next time.